Shalom, I am Rabbi Eliyahu ben Shlomo, and I am about to reveal the hidden spiritual blockage in your everyday language that has been silently sabotaging your wealth and prosperity for years without you even realizing it. Have you ever wondered why some people seem naturally blessed with financial abundance, while others struggle constantly, no matter how hard they work? Have you felt that invisible wall that stops money from flowing freely into your life, even when you're doing everything right? I've counseled thousands of people over my decades as a spiritual teacher, and I've discovered that there's a phrase, a simple combination of words, that most people unknowingly speak every single day that acts like a cosmic repellent to wealth and abundance. This phrase literally programs your spiritual and mental frequency to reject prosperity rather than attract it. I first discovered this profound truth during one of the darkest financial periods of my life. Despite years of spiritual study and practice, I found myself facing mounting debts and constant worry about money. I was doing everything the material world told me to do, working diligently, investing carefully, watching my expenses, yet abundance seemed to flee from me rather than flow toward me. If this theme resonates with you, subscribe now to walk with me daily. Here I teach how to transform faith into habits that multiply results. One night, after hours of prayer and meditation, I fell into a deep sleep filled with vivid dreams. In this dream state, an angel appeared before me, radiant with golden light, and spoke these words that forever changed my understanding of prosperity. You have been closing the gates of abundance with your own tongue. Your words have power beyond your understanding. They are creating the very reality you wish to escape. When I awoke, I felt a clarity and understanding that I had never experienced before. I began to meticulously examine the language I used in my daily life, especially regarding money and prosperity. What I discovered shocked me. There was indeed a phrase, a seemingly innocent combination of words, that I spoke multiple times daily that was energetically blocking the divine flow of abundance. But before I reveal this wealth-blocking phrase to you, it's crucial to understand why our words have such power over our financial reality. In the ancient Jewish mystical tradition of Kabbalah, we learn that speech is not merely communication, it is creation itself. The universe was spoken into existence. Words are vessels that carry spiritual energy and creative force. When we speak, we are not simply describing reality, we are participating in creating it. This is why the book of Proverbs tells us that death and life are in the power of the tongue. This principle applies powerfully to our financial lives. The words we speak about money, wealth, and abundance literally program the frequency at which we vibrate, and this frequency either attracts or repels prosperity. Think of yourself as a radio transmitter. You're constantly broadcasting a signal to the universe. The universe, in turn, responds by matching your signal with corresponding experiences. If your words are broadcasting a frequency of lack and limitation, this is precisely what will be reflected back to you in your financial reality. The wealth-blocking phrase that I discovered in my own speech, and that I've since identified in the language patterns of countless clients who struggled financially, is deceptively simple. Most people say it so automatically, they don't even register its presence. The phrase is, "I can't afford it." These four simple words may seem like an innocent statement of fact, but energetically, they are a powerful declaration to the universe that creates a reality of limitation. Every time you utter these words, you are affirming your inability to access abundance. You are literally instructing the angelic forces of prosperity to bypass you because you have declared yourself energetically incompatible with wealth. When I realized how often I was unconsciously speaking this phrase, sometimes several times a day, I was astonished. Even more revealing was observing how rarely truly prosperous people used these words. Instead, they employed different language patterns that affirmed choice and possibility rather than limitation. The angel in my dream had revealed to me a profound spiritual truth that ancient texts had been teaching for millennia. Our words shape our reality. The solution wasn't merely to stop saying, "I can't afford it," though that was an essential first step. The complete transformation required replacing this wealth-blocking phrase with language that opens the channels of abundance. After extensive study of ancient texts and working with the angelic frequency of prosperity, I developed a simple 1-minute morning practice that reprograms your energy field from scarcity to abundance. This practice begins immediately upon waking, before checking your phone or speaking to anyone. This is when the veil between the spiritual and physical worlds is thinnest, and your subconscious mind is most receptive to new programming. Begin by sitting at the edge of your bed with your spine straight but relaxed. Place your hands over your heart and take 3 deep breaths, imagining golden light filling your entire being with each inhalation. This golden light represents the angelic frequency of abundance. Then, speak these words with full conviction. I am a divine channel for infinite abundance. All resources flow to me easily and joyfully. I choose wisely how to direct these blessings in alignment with my highest purpose. Today, I open myself to unexpected prosperity in all forms. After speaking these words, remain in silence for 30 seconds, visualizing yourself already living in the abundance you wish to manifest. See yourself making significant financial decisions with ease, sharing your prosperity generously, and feeling complete peace around money. This 1-minute practice literally shifts your energetic frequency from one that repels wealth to one that naturally attracts it. When I first began this practice, I noticed subtle changes within days. An unexpected refund arrived in the mail. A forgotten client reached out with new work. A relative offered to pay a debt I had long ago written off. Within weeks, these coincidences multiplied and expanded. New opportunities emerged that seemed perfectly aligned with my skills and passion. My existing work began generating greater income with less effort, and most importantly, my internal relationship with money transformed completely. The anxiety and constriction I had felt for years gradually dissolved, replaced by a calm confidence that all my needs would be abundantly met. But the practice doesn't end with the morning ritual. Throughout the day, it's essential to remain vigilant about the wealth-blocking phrase and other scarcity language. Whenever you catch yourself about to say, "I can't afford it," pause and replace it with, "This isn't a priority for me right now," or "I'm choosing to direct my resources elsewhere at this time." This subtle shift maintains your position as a powerful creator rather than a victim of circumstance. It acknowledges that you are making conscious choices about your resources rather than being limited by external forces. Language creates reality, not just metaphorically, but literally, at an energetic level that influences the material world. The ancient sages understood this. Modern quantum physics is beginning to understand it. And now you can apply this wisdom to transform your financial life. Tell me in the comments which word you will replace starting today. Copy and paste. Today, I replaced you with "and choose to prosper." Another critical aspect of this work involves clearing emotional blockages around money. Many of us carry subconscious beliefs that create resistance to wealth. Money is the root of evil. Rich people are greedy. Spirituality and wealth can't coexist. I don't deserve abundance. These beliefs create energetic walls that repel prosperity. As part of the 1-minute protocol, it's essential to identify and release these limiting beliefs. When you notice one arising in your consciousness, immediately replace it with its positive counterpart. Money is a tool for spreading good in the world. Wealth allows me to be more generous. Spiritual abundance naturally includes material abundance. As a divine creation, I am worthy of all blessings. The key understanding here is that prosperity is not merely a material condition. It is primarily a spiritual state that then manifests materially. When your inner world is aligned with the frequency of abundance, your outer world naturally begins to reflect this alignment. Let me share some remarkable stories from people who implemented this practice in their lives. Rachel, a single mother who had struggled financially for years, began the 1-minute morning protocol and committed to eliminating "I can't afford it" from her vocabulary. Within 2 weeks, she received a job offer that doubled her previous salary. She told me, "Rabbi, it wasn't just that the opportunity appeared, it was that for the first time I felt worthy of accepting it." Michael, a small business owner on the verge of bankruptcy, faithfully practiced the protocol each morning. Within a month, a new client approached him with a project that not only saved his business, but expanded it beyond what he had previously imagined possible. He reported, "The most profound change wasn't in my circumstances, but in my thinking. I stopped operating from fear and began making decisions from a place of possibility." Sarah, who had been trapped in a cycle of debt for decades, committed to the practice for 30 consecutive days. By day 21, she had received 3 unexpected sources of income that allowed her to clear her most pressing debts. More importantly, she developed a new relationship with money that broke her pattern of scarcity thinking. "For the first time in my adult life," she told me, "I feel at peace when I think about my finances." These transformations were not coincidental. They were the natural result of aligning with the angelic frequency of abundance through conscious language and intentional practice. The 1-minute protocol opens channels that may have been blocked for years or even generations. The angel of prosperity, which our tradition calls Sakiel, can only work through these open channels. When we block them with limiting language and beliefs, we literally cut ourselves off from divine abundance. An important aspect of this work that many overlook is gratitude. Gratitude is the highest vibrational state and a powerful attractor of further blessings. As part of your daily practice, I recommend keeping a prosperity gratitude journal. Each evening, write down 3 financial blessings you experienced that day, no matter how small. Perhaps you enjoyed a delicious meal, received an unexpected discount, or simply had the resources to pay a bill on time. This practice trains your consciousness to recognize abundance rather than scarcity, creating a positive cycle that attracts greater prosperity. In the mystical tradition of Kabbalah, we study the 72 names of God, specific combinations of Hebrew letters that connect us with different aspects of divine energy. The name associated with abundance and prosperity is composed of the letters Mem Mem Yod. Meditating on this name during your morning practice can powerfully amplify the results. You don't need to know Hebrew. Simply visualizing these letters or keeping a written representation near your bed is sufficient. The timing of your practice also influences its effectiveness. The energy of prosperity is particularly strong on Thursdays, which in many traditions is associated with Jupiter, the planet of expansion and abundance. If possible, extend your practice to 2 or 3 minutes on Thursdays, or perform it a second time at sunset. But remember, consistency is more important than perfect timing. A daily 1-minute practice is far more effective than an occasional longer session. Another dimension of this work involves purifying your relationship with money itself. Many people have a distorted view of wealth, seeing it as inherently problematic or spiritually suspect. True abundance comes when we recognize that money is simply energy, a tool that can be used for tremendous good when approached with the right consciousness. The Jewish tradition has never viewed poverty as a virtue. Our sages understood that material resources enable us to fulfill our divine purpose more effectively. When you have abundance, you can help more people, support important causes, create beauty and meaning in the world. Even King Solomon, renowned for his wisdom, was also incredibly wealthy. He understood that wisdom and prosperity are natural companions when approached with the right consciousness. One question I'm frequently asked is whether this practice works for everyone, regardless of their religious background. The answer is absolutely yes. The principles of energy and consciousness transcend any particular religious tradition. While I teach from the Jewish mystical tradition because that's my background, these principles are universal. The angels respond to sincere intention and consistent practice, not religious affiliation. The key is respect and pure intention. If you're wondering how long it takes to see results, the answer varies for each person. Some of my students report small financial synchronicities within the first 3 days. Others notice more significant shifts after 2 or 3 weeks. What I can promise is that if you faithfully practice the 1-minute protocol for 30 consecutive days, your relationship with money and prosperity will have profoundly changed. It's important to note that certain factors can block your connection to the angelic frequency of abundance. Chief among these is chronic worry and fear about money. This may seem paradoxical. You're worried about your finances, and it's precisely this worry that blocks the solution. But that's exactly how energy works. Fear emits a vibrational frequency that literally repels abundance. This is why the protocol includes visualizing yourself already living in the desired prosperity. This visualization helps overcome the fear state and opens the channels for receiving. Other common blocks include guilt about money, shame about desiring abundance, or belief that you don't deserve to prosper. Work with the Prosperity Protocol gradually dissolves these blocks, replacing them with a healthy, spiritual relationship with abundance. To enhance your results even further, I suggest adding a physical element to your daily practice. Create a small altar or dedicated space in your home where you perform your morning ritual. This doesn't need to be elaborate, just a small table or shelf with meaningful symbols. Perhaps a golden candle, the color associated with prosperity, a living plant representing growth and abundance, or crystals like citrine or pyrite, known to amplify prosperity energies. This dedicated physical space creates a focal point for your intention and a constant reminder of your commitment to conscious prosperity. The most profound aspect of this work is how it transforms not just your financial situation, but your entire life. When constant money worries dissolve, space opens for creativity, generosity, and purpose. It's as if a heavy cloud is lifted, allowing your soul's natural light to shine fully. If you feel resistance in the first few days of practice, know that this is completely normal. We are challenging energetic patterns established over years or even decades. Persisting, especially when you encounter resistance, is what creates the deep transformation. If this content helped you, leave your like and share it with someone who needs to transform their relationship with money. Practice for 7 days, then come back and tell me. In my next video, I'll share the complimentary evening protocol, the gratitude prayer that seals the day's blessings and programs your subconscious mind to attract even more prosperity while you sleep. It's a complete system that works with the natural cycles of day and night. Remember, you were created to prosper. Scarcity is not your natural state. It's merely a temporary imbalance that can be corrected when you align with the cosmic forces of abundance. The angel of prosperity is always present, waiting only for you to open the proper channels to receive its blessings. 1 minute daily is all that separates you from a new financial reality. Begin tomorrow morning and take the first step toward the life of abundance you deserve and were meant to live. The words, "I can't afford it," have likely cost you thousands or even hundreds of thousands in lost opportunities and blocked blessings. By replacing this toxic phrase with language that affirms your divine connection to unlimited abundance, you literally reprogram your energetic relationship with the material world. This isn't positive thinking or wishful fantasy. It's working with the actual spiritual laws that govern prosperity in our universe. When I look back on my own journey, I'm amazed at how such a seemingly small change, eliminating one phrase and implementing a 1-minute daily practice, could create such profound transformation. My financial situation has completely reversed. More importantly, my relationship with money has fundamentally healed. I no longer view prosperity as something external that I must struggle to attain, but as a natural expression of my connection with divine abundance. And now I've had the privilege of witnessing this same transformation in the lives of thousands of students who have implemented this practice. The beauty of this approach is its simplicity. You don't need complex financial strategies or mysterious get-rich-quick schemes. You simply need to align your energy with the natural flow of abundance through conscious language and consistent practice. 1 minute each morning, that's the investment required to transform your prosperity consciousness. It's available to everyone, regardless of background, education, or current financial circumstances. Take the first step tomorrow morning. Notice how you feel as you speak the words of abundance. Pay attention to the subtle shifts in your day. Be vigilant about catching and replacing the wealth-blocking phrase whenever it arises in your speech. And know that with each passing day, you are literally rewiring your energetic relationship with prosperity. The divine abundance that is your birthright awaits you. All that's required is for you to open the channel and allow it to flow.